Shemu'ėl Bête, 2 Samuel chapter 23. And these are the last words of David, the saying of David, son of Yeshai, the saying of the man raised above, the anointed of the Elohim of Jacob, and the sweet singer of Israel. The Spirit of Yah has spoken through me, and his word is on my tongue. The Elohim of Israel said, the rock of Israel spoke to me, one who rules over man righteously, who rules in the fear of Elohim is like the light of the morning when the sun rises, a morning without clouds, tender grass from the earth, from sunshine, from rain. For is not my house so with El? For he has made an everlasting covenant with me, ordered in all matters and guarded. For all my deliverance and all desire, shall he not make it send forth a branch? But the worthless are all as thorns thrust away, for they are not taken with hands. But the man who touches them uses iron or the shaft of a spear, and with fire they are burned up in their place. These are the names of the mighty men whom David had: Shemu'ėl Bête, the Tachemonite, chief among the officers. He was Adino, the Etznite, for 800 slain at one time. And after him was Eleazar, son of Dodo, the Ahohite, one of the three mighty men with David when they taunted the Philistines, who were gathered there for battle, and the men of Israel had gone up. He arose and struck the Philistines until his hand was weary, but his hand clung to the sword, so Yah brought about a great deliverance that day, and the people returned after him only to plunder. And after him was Shema, son of Agag, the Harite, and the Philistines had gathered into a company where there was a plot of ground covered with lentils, and the people fled from the Philistines. But he took his stand in the middle of the field and delivered it, and struck the Philistines, and Yah brought a great deliverance. And 3 of the 30 chief men went down at harvest time and came to David at the cave of Adullam, while the army of the Philistines encamped in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in a stronghold, while the watchpost of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David longed and said, Oh, that someone would give me a drink of the water from the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. And the 3 mighty men broke through the camp of the Philistines and drew water from the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. But he would not drink it, but poured it out to Yah. And he said, Far be it from me, O Yah, to do this, the blood of the men who went at the risk of their lives. So he would not drink it. This is what the 3 mighty men did. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, son of Zeruiah, was chief of another 3. And he lifted his spear against 300 men whom he slew, and had a name among these 3. Was he not the most esteemed of the 3? And he became their commander, but he did not come to the first 3. And Benayahu was the son of Jehoiada, son of a brave man from Yabseel, great in deeds. He struck 2 lion-like men from Moab, and he went down and struck a lion in the midst of a pit in a snowy day. And he struck a Mitzrian, an impressive man, and the Mitzrian had a spear in his hand. So he went down to him with a staff, wrested the spear out of the Mitzrian's hand, and killed him with his own spear. This is what Benayahu, son of Jehoiada, did, and had a name among 3 mighty men. He was more esteemed than the 30, but he did not come to the first 3, and David set him over his guard. Asahel, the brother of Joab, was one of the 30. Elhanan, son of Dodo, of Bethlehem. Shema, the Harodite. Elikah, the Harodite. Heletz, the Paltite. Ira, son of Ikesh, the Tekovite. Abiezer, the Anethothite. Mebonai, the Hushathite. Salmon, the Ahohite. Maharai, the Netophathite. Heleb, son of Baanah, the Netophalite. Ittai, son of Ribai, from Geba of the children of Benjamin. Benayahu, the Pirathonite. Hidai, from the wadis of Gaash. Abi Albon, the Arbathite. Azmavet, the Barhumite. Eliabah, the Shaalbonite of the sons of Yashin. Yehonathan, Shema, the Hararite. Ayam, son of Sharar, the Hararite. Eliphalet, son of Abishai, son of the Maacatite, Eliam, son of Ahithophel the Gilonite, Hitzrai the Carmelite, Paarai the Arbite, Yigal, son of Nathan of Sobah, Bani the Gadite, Selek the Ammonite, Naharai the Beerothite, armor-bearer of Joab, son of Zeruiah, Ira the Yithrite, Gareb the Yithrite, and Uriah the Hittite, 37 in all.